What's up YouTube? My name is Measley. If you're new to the channel, then hi, welcome. If you've seen one of my videos before, then welcome back. Today we have our very first match of the Tavern Premiere League. We're going up against the Madison Mudkips, coached by Chunk Norris, aka Charlie. I've never played him before, so I'm really interested to see what kind of sets he brings. If you want to skip right to the match, then you can go to that timestamp right there. But otherwise, we're going to hop into the team builder so I can show you what I'm bringing. First up on the board, we have Mabosstiff, who is running Psychic Veins, Tera Blast, Crunch, Trailblaze with the ability Intimidate, and he's holding the item Life Orb. And also Mabosstiff is our Tera captain, so this week we're running Tera Fairy. I immediately wanted to bring Mabosstiff because of his ability Intimidate, because of so many physical attackers on Charlie's team. We have Meowscarada, Azumarill, Pheasantipede, and nearly that entire bottom row is all physical attackers. So I think that the ability Intimidate is going to really come in clutch. And then we also have Trailblaze and Life Orb to get some extra damage and get a speed boost, and then start dealing some really crazy super effective damage with Mabosstiff. Next up, we've got EELEKTROSS, who is running Volt Switch, Acid Spray, Giga Drain, and Flamethrower with the ability Levitate and the item Assault Vest. Now, looking at Charlie's team, one of his scariest Pokemon is Ursaluna Blood Moon, but EELEKTROSS absolutely walls this thing with an Assault Vest and the ability Levitate, and along with that, we're running Tera Steel on EELEKTROSS just in case we need that extra defensive coverage. Now, along with Ursaluna Blood Moon, we're also walling out Espathra and Frostlass with our Assault Vest, and we're also running the move Acid Spray, which allows us to lower the special defense by 2 stages. So then we can get off a big Giga Drain or Flamethrower, or we also have a slow Volt Switch to get some momentum running on our team. Next up on the list, we have Sneasler, who is running Fake Out, Night Slash, Close Combat, and Dire Claw with the ability Unburden and the item Normal Gem. Now obviously Unburden is going to pair really well with Fake Out and Normal Gem, so we get a priority move that flinches the other side and we get our automatic Unburden going, which I'm really excited about because we can we have a stronger priority move in case we need it, and also getting a burden off with coverage moves like Night Slash, which covers for Espathra and Frostlass. We have Close Combat, which covers for Meowscarada, Ursaluna Blood Moon, and Zangoose, and then also we have Dire Claw, which covers basically the rest of the entire team. So I think Sneasler is just a really great and powerful option that's going to be able to outspeed a lot of his team and could be a really good endgame sweeper. Now, looking at Charlie's team, honestly, one of the mons I was the most scared of is Azumarill. If that thing gets off a belly drum and gets to +6 with his ability Huge Power, he is going to be absolutely destroying my team. So we decided to bring Drifblim, who is running Destiny Bond, Clear Smog, Nightshade, and Strength Sap with the ability Aftermath and the item Leftovers. Now, this is a great set because I've calced it so that we can take a +6 Huge Power Aqua Jet, and then we can hit back with either a Clear Smog to remove all of his +6 attack, or we can run Strength Sap to get all of our HP back and lower his attack by 1 and keep doing that until he gets lower. Along with countering Azumarill, we also have the ability to counter all the other physical mons, because Drifblim is just that tanky with base 150 HP. This thing is eating hits. And also, if we think we're about to go down, we also can run a Destiny Bond to take down a full HP mon with us. Next up, we have Rillaboom, who is running High Horsepower, Acrobatics, Grassy Glide, and Knockoff with his ability Grassy Surge and the item Grassy Seed. Now, obviously, with Grassy Seed and Grassy Surge, we're going to be able to eat that item right away, get a +1 in defense, and our acrobatics will get boosted to 110 base power. So that's going to be really great to eat hits along with Rillaboom's natural bulk from Meowscarada, Azumarill, Low Kicks, Electivire, Zangoose, and Blaziken. And then along with the boosted acrobatics, we can Oko, Meowscarada, and Low Kicks and Blaziken, and then we'll also have coverage moves with High Horsepower for Electivire and Blaziken, and Pheasantipede, Grassy Glide for just some priority super strong hitting grass type stab moves, and then also Knockoff for Frostlass and Espathra, and also to just get rid of items. Last but definitely not least on the team, we have Heatran, who is running Flamethrower, Power Gem, Flash Cannon, and Earth Power with his ability Flame Body and the item Air Balloon. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking at Power Gem as I'm recording this, and I was thinking to myself, what the heck did I have Power Gem on here for? Because there's no Mon on here that I would need coverage like Power Gem. But then I realized that's because I forgot to put Charlie's 12th Pokemon onto this graphic, which is Altaria. And that is why I have Power Gem, and also another reason that I ran Tera Fairy on Mabostiff so that we have another counter to Altaria. But Heatran is here just for some special big damage. Heatran is speed calced to outspeed a Ursaluna Blood Moon if that thing had speed investment for whatever reason. And also the Air Balloon will be nice so that we have that coverage against Ursaluna Blood Moon. Assuming we still have that Air Balloon up, he can't Earth Power us, forcing him to go for either a Moon Blast, which we quad resist, or he has to go for a Blood Moon, which we will again resist. And so Heatran is just a really great answer with a pretty good coverage board with all of those moves so that we can counter his team and be doing stupid damage. Alrighty, we are in and ready to go. We are up against Charlie. Looking at his team, there's no Azumarill, which is really clutch. He did bring this Starly, which I guess I didn't necessarily plan for, but we'll see what this thing does. I'm kind of thinking he might just lead the Starly, and I don't want him to run any fear shenanigans. So I think I'm going to lead Kleenex, just so I don't waste a Mon, in case he does lead off with Starly. But yeah, let's get into it. And alrighty, here we go against Charlie, the coach of the Madison Mudkips. I'm super excited. Let's get it going. So he is going to lead off with the Starly. So that's, you know, kind of as I was hoping for. It sucks that we'll have to use up our Unburden immediately. I would have liked it better to use this like for a late game battle. But we're going to have to run it because I don't want to get hit by any fear strategies or anything like that. No Endeavor quick attack against us. So we'll hit him off with the fake out immediately, get that Unburden going, and then finish him off with a Dire Claw, I suppose. Alrighty, so we start off, we got the normal gem fake out. He's going to stay in, and that almost kills Starly. So we got the flinch there, so we don't have to worry about any Endeavor shenanigans. And so now I think that we just go for a Dire Claw here. Yeah, I think Dire Claw is a pretty safe move against almost his entire team. So let's try to finish off this burb, as the nickname says. There we go, we get the Dire Claw off, and down goes the very first Mon. Alright, so we got the Starly knocked out, so it's a 5v6. We did have to burn our Unburden right away, which is a little unfortunate, but again, I'd rather use the Unburden right away rather than have to lose one of my entire Mons because of a 1-point Starly. I don't want it to happen. I want to see it happen, but just not to me. Hopefully someone else. So it's going to send in Lady Gaga the Espathra. Alrighty, so I think we just go for a Night Slash here. I suppose I could switch in. I could swap out to Slithery Snake. Alright, so honestly, Night Slash isn't doing that much, so I think it's better to go into EELEKTROSS here. And, eat some hits with that Assault Vest. So we lose the Unburden, but we are still max speed with Adamant. So, okay, so they do go for the Protect. I kind of predicted that. I kind of assumed they were going to go for that. So I think they're going to stay in because they're starting to get those speed boosts. So I want to get off that Acid Spray and get that -2 Spadef going. Alrighty. Oh, they end up going for a Calm Mind. Alright, so this is a little scary. I don't want to get swept by this thing. But we do still have Grassy Glide in the back with Rillaboom. So I'm not too scared. But they still have Ursaluna Blood Moon. Oh. Okay, they got leftovers, I'm assuming. Yep, makes sense. Okay. Alright, so we are still eating a stored power from this thing. So I think we honestly just go for probably another acid spray. I'd like to get him to -2 completely. Okay, he's gonna go for another protect, so he gets that speed boost again. It's +3 now. That's alright, that's alright. He does get the leftovers recovery. So I don't know if it's worth it for us to continue going for. We could Tera Steel here, which honestly isn't a horrible idea. I don't know how much Tera Fairy from Mabosstiff is really going to be useful this game. I guess it would be nice for the Meowscarada, but we do have answers to Meowscarada apart from that. So I think I'm gonna save the Tera for now, for just a little. Well, he'll probably go for a stored power here, so I actually will Terrastalize here, and I want to go for, let's go for a Flamethrower, just to get some. No, I'm gonna go for an Acid Spray to get another Spadef drop. So here we go. We got the Terrastalization. Tera Steel on EELEKTROSS. Right, the first Tera of the TPL. Let's go. And along with the Levitates. Okay, so he's gonna go for another Calm Mind. So he'll be -2 there and +2. Alrighty, but now we are Tera Steel. So yeah, he shouldn't really be able to do anything against us. So I think I'm gonna go for probably a Flamethrower. Yeah, because Flamethrower is doing a lot of damage. And Sword Power is doing like 30% to us. So he might protect here, but that's alright. Honestly, I don't mind that too much. Yep, okay, so he goes for the protect. Again, not super surprising. So he's gonna get another speed boost, putting him at +5. It's a little scary because his stored power is building up in power, but honestly, as long as we can keep this up. Actually, how much does the Grassy Glide do? With a Volt Switch, we're gonna be doing over 70% against this thing. So maybe a Volt Switch to Rillaboom isn't a horrible idea. But that is a little risky because we're still eating hits here. So honestly, I think we just go for a Giga Drain, expecting maybe a expecting him to go for an attack. Okay, he's gonna go for a Calm Mind again. He's just trying to set up like there's no tomorrow. But Giga Drain should still do quite a bit of damage. We're still at full HP, so that doesn't really matter. But they're now going to be at +6. It's a little scary. So since I didn't get that drop, they're now doing about 50% to us. So I think we go for the Volt Switch here. He'll probably protect, to be completely honest. Or he could just go for a stored power, finally. Okay, there he goes. So stored power does a lot of damage, but we should be able to take it out here. Yep, there we go. So we got rid of the Espathra, which could have been a little scary. That thing was setting up a lot. So this kind of stinks because now we have to swap in against something else. But I think we could just go into Kleenex, because we have a fake out there. Or we could also go into Miss O'Leary, so we can get off an Intimidate. Let's see here. You know what, I'm going to go for Kleenex. I think it's pretty safe switch in, because he's not really going to want to switch a lot in against Sneasler, just because this thing is doing stupid damage. I'm probably going to be outspeeding almost everything unless his Meowscarada is max speed. Alrighty, so he goes into too much work, which is the Ursaluna Blood Moon. So let's see how much a close combat. Yeesh. Okay, this thing, that's if it's max speed. We won't kill, but we can still get off a fake out, which will at least get a little bit of chip in, and just see what he's trying to go for here. That is too small of an amount to try and get a calc off of it. But I think I'm pretty safe. I could go for a close combat here, but we could also go... See, EELEKTROSS is just... He's kind of weak right now, and I'm a little scared to go back into him. So I feel a lot better going for a close combat against Blood Moon here. Let's see how much this does. Oh, it takes it out! No crit, so that was not a max HP Ursaluna. I mean, Sneasler's just already putting in the work, taking out 2 Mons. I mean, granted, one of them was a Starly, but also taking out an Ursaluna Blood Moon. That's super clutch, because that thing is terrifying. Alright, so he's sending out Toaster, which comes out to be the Electivire. This thing, oh, we could absolutely destroy it with a close combat, according to the calcs. Electivire is a lot weaker than I expected, but I'm not sure what he's going to go for. It might just be smarter to go into Miss O'Leary, which is a Percy Jackson reference, by the way, if anyone's read those books. But Miss O'Leary can't really do a lot against him. We would just be getting that that Intimidate off. You know what? Yeah. Let's go into Miss O'Leary here to get off that Intimidate. And I think we're pretty safe after that to maybe go into Rillaboom, because we'll have that +1 defense. And they'll have a -1 attack, so it's not too scary after that point. He goes for Stomping Tantrum. Okay, that's good to know that he has that. Okay, and he's Life Orb. So we could stay in here, but I think it's a lot safer to go into George. You know, you could be Curious George, George of the Jungle. Rillaboom fits it all, honestly. George is just a perfect name for him. So we're going to get that +1 defense. So our acrobatics will get boosted. And we also have that high horsepower as coverage against Electivire. He does get Ice Punch, but I don't think that he's going to be doing too much against us with both that -1 and the +1 defense. So we're going to swap out here. Going into George. Pulling up the calcs here. Alrighty, yeah, Ice Punch with an Intimidate and +1 is not doing anything against us. So let's see what he ends up going for. He could go for another high horsepower. Oh, he just goes for the Raw Thunder Punch. No para. Perfect, that's nice. Getting that chip, that Life Orb chip a little bit. So I think we just go for a high horsepower here. I honestly don't really see a reason not to, because even if he goes into Meowscarada, then we can just switch into an Acrobatics. You know, George could honestly just like clean up this game pretty well. Oh, he's gonna Terrastallize. What is his Tera? Honestly, I kind of forgot that Electivire was his Terramon. Okay, Tera Ice. That's interesting. So this could be a little dangerous. We are still pretty bulky. Okay, so he's outspeeding us. Oh, the Ice Punch did a lot. That hurt. Not gonna lie. But that also did a ton with that high horsepower. So honestly, I think that a Grassy Glide could probably KO after this. Yep. There we go. Got that priority Grassy Glide. I love Rillaboom. He's so much fun. I'm so excited to use him the rest of the season because he's such a cool mon. There's so much that you can do with him. So he's just eating its out here. We're at about half health, a little over half. So I'm feeling pretty good about that with the last few mons that he has left. He's gonna send out, it's Brittany. Brittany is here. Let's see here. Pheasantipity obviously has super effective moves against us with his poison, and we could, honestly, I say that we just go into Heatran here, try to predict that poison type move. You know, we can preserve Rillaboom a little bit if we need a Grassy Glide in the end game, just in case. So Heatran comes out, we got that Air Balloon. Yep, Venoshock ain't doing anything to us. So now we could go for a Flash Cannon. Let's see, they also have Meowscarada. Honestly, I don't think a Flash Cannon is really a bad idea. I can see them swapping out, so a Flamethrower could be a bold play, or a pretty easy play actually. So actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for the Flamethrower, try to get the predict. There we go. So Meowscarada might just die here. Let's see. Heatran coming out with the Meow. See what the Flamethrower does. Yep, that's an Oko. Heatran going crazy. Honestly, this team, I'm loving this team, man. There's so much potential. It's so much fun, and I'm really excited for the next few games. But we got to finish this one out, because Pheasantipity can be a scary mon. All right, so we send back out the Pheasantipity, and now we are free to go for a stab Flash Cannon. Because I don't know what Pheasantipity has. I think she gets Focus Blast, which could be a little scary, but I think we would still eat that. I mean, we have 353 HP. Heatran is bulky. He's going to go for a Hex, so that's going to pop our Balloon. I don't know if he gets Earth Power or anything like that, but let's see how much the Flash Cannon does here. And that is going to almost KO. I think we just finish it off here as long as we stay alive. Yep, it's going to go for another Hex. Heatran eats that, and we'll be able to finish it off with a Flash Cannon. That was a really fun game. I'm not going to lie. GG's to my opponent, Charlie. It was a lot of fun. This was my first time playing Charlie. So I'm excited to see what he cooks up the rest of this league. And GG's.